I am a filthy net decker today. Playing HollowVine. It's more a Bazaar deck than anything else. But yeah, I'm playing this deck. Just have to mulligan a Bazaar, but there's a lot of ways. What's up, Kanoxai? Welcome back. I'll open a chest for you in a sec. But yeah, we're playing some vintage today. Let's see what's in the chest. Whoa, alt art classification and Cerulean Sphinx. What's up, Guru Plague? Yeah, that command's broken. I'm not sure why. Let's see how much it is on Goldfish. Okay, that's also broken. I guess I'll go check Goatbot. The answer is buy 20.5 and sell 22.7. It's still a little bit different from Commander because you can only cast it once, right? But HollowVine doesn't get companions, but I believe it to be good versus most of the companion decks, actually, if I had to guess. Because what HollowVine does is it tries to how do I put this? Put a fast clock on and have a bunch of disruption is the best way of putting it. So like yeah, I played it in the prelim yesterday and I went 3-2. I lost to Grixis Breach and what else did I lose to? I lost a Bug post board. My companion is Bazaar of Baghdad. That is the reality Dokomoy. I mean, frankly, if my companion were Bazaar of Baghdad, there'd be a lot of issues. You're gonna make that joke? Well, great minds think alike, clearly. Yeah, I had an interesting play from the vintage prelim yesterday. I will share it with y'all. I'll send the tweet, and you can make the play. All right, so that's the tweet. Essentially, I was thinking about a lot in that game, even though my opponent had mulliganed and that was their turn one, so they weren't in great shape. But so the question is, do you Force of Will or do you let it resolve and do you Force of Vigor? What's up, Kali 9? Is it morning? It's afternoon for us, right? It is afternoon for us. So I looked at their old lists and they had Flusterstorm in almost all of them. So if you Force a Vigor end step, you get obliterated by Flusterstorm. If you Force of Will and they fluster, then you can still Force a Vigor. So that is the major decision point, I think. If you want to Force a Vigor and play around Flusterstorm, you could play Bazaar and say go and Force a Vigor on their upkeep. Then if they fluster, there's only 2 copies, then you can use Misdirection to fluster to move the fluster copy to the original fluster. So that's what was going through my mind. However, the downside of oh, that doesn't work. They could pay with Emerald. Oh, then I guess there's just no way out of it, right? Oh, I do know what you want. Okay, then I think forcing is just 100% correct then. Never mind. What the hell is this? Master... Was this actually in the draft format? I didn't play any M20 drafts really. What the fuck? So 6 mana, just 2/3/3 golems? Instant speed? Yeah, this is a fucking beating. I Is Blade Splicer an M20? Probably not. Alright, so yeah, we'll be playing this deck, and yeah, I eventually settled on forcing being correct because I think it's just so greedy. I also think it is likely that they leave in Flusterstorm because it protects their Grafdigger's Cage from Force of Vigor as well. Oh, Master Splicer's in M20. Jeez. That one was also very good in Scars Limited. I mean, obviously, if it's named Splicer, it's probably decent. Maul Splicer cost 7 and made 2/3/3 golems, but your golems got trample for 6 in the green. But yeah, I have no Ikoria cards in the deck, but I think this deck is very good. You can see that I do have a bunch of 2019, 2020 cards. Yeah, Wing Splicer was great. And also, secretly part of this deck being great, I think, is the London Mole made it a lot more consistent. My friend I was talking to, Mike Noble, yesterday, I asked him if he would play this deck if the London Mole didn't exist, and he said no. So I think that's just a demonstration of how important the London Mulligan is. Why Stonecoil Serpent? Yeah, I understand you can play it for like 1 or 2 on average in this deck, but that doesn't mean... For it to be better than Memnite, you have to have 2 mana in play, right? I guess it's immune to DAC. It's immune to DAC. Clears bridges versus dredge. I'm not gonna worry about that part, but let's see, how much time do I have? 4 minutes? Maybe I'll play exactly 1. Okay. You talked me into it. I'll play exactly 1. If I can get it in time. So for Ikoria, the Pioneer Super Q yesterday was won by Odd Deck Wins, Gruul Aggro. And that actually makes a lot of sense to me because the Gruul deck wants to go from 1 to 3 with Elvish Mystic and stuff like that. So just having a card like a Bosch being your top end means you basically have Furnace of Wrath on command, right? And it's a creature, but your deck is already built to curve 1/3/5 because of mana elves. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it does make sense. All right, let's see if I can get it in time. You call it a companion being broken. Well, I mean, that's not a big call. And yeah, Bone Crusher Giant Stomp being 2 mana is a big deal. Zach, you can answer the question. Is there a companion in this deck? I don't know where Sphinx of Foresight came from. I truly do not know. Right. Alright, I'll play 1 Stonecoil. Oh, shit. Do I have enough time to drop and rejoin? I should. How do I change decks? The hell? It doesn't have it. Does this have it? I hope this has the Stonecoil Serpent. Although it's unclear. How do I view my deck? Alright, this one has it. I don't think it's a big deal if I have it or not, really, but... Does anyone know where Sphinx of Foresight came from? I literally don't know. I'm a filthy net decker when it comes to this format because I don't know anything. Vintage Hollow 1 isn't a real deck. Why would you say that? I mean... Sphinx came from, Yeah, I believe it looks like one of the best decks in Vintage to me as well. All right, playing against Anthony S. Opponent has a Luris in their deck. I'm going to Serum Powder this hand. Then I will powder this hand as well. That's alright. Powder this hand as well. Alright, cool. 0. Okay. This is a keep. So I think I'll lead on Once Upon a Time. Really wanted to hit a 0 there. So there's a few issues. If this gets wasted, I still have 3 Bazaars left in my deck. I guess I'll just... So I don't want to discard the Rootwalla this turn because I wanted to trigger Vengevine's next turn. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, I have all these Once Upon a Times in my hand and nothing to do with them, but that's okay. So I put PO instead. So Mox Opal generally means PO. Might be getting vintaged right here. Okay, sort of getting vintaged. How's this matchup for me? Does anyone know? It sucks that they led on Snow Island. Well, I have Force of Vigor in my deck on Ban Mental Misstep, so I can pitch that one. I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic, but maybe it'll get better. Yeah, but the thing is, PO can definitely power through a bunch of counters. I mean, Force of Vigor would have been nice there too. I really hope I hit on a 0 this turn. I did exile 2/0 cost creatures from my deck, but I still had a bunch of hollow ones and stuff, so I don't know. I think my hand was definitely keep. That might be good. Alright. Come on, 0 drop. Damn it. Alright. think I'm going to strip mine their island and say go. Problem is it didn't hit a 0 drop. If I hit a 0 there, I would have at least put a quick clock on, but it might be too slow now. They're not a Wasteland deck. That's true. Kind of interested to see what their list looks like, so I'll go check Goldfish, assuming they've played this deck before. So they have Tabernacles and Crypts, Priest, and Blightsteel. I think generally PO plays 0 Wasteland / Strip Mine, but obviously they could change their mind and put those cards in their deck. Definitely forcing that. Citadel is probably lethal. Alright. Oh, that also makes more sense. Okay. Guess I'm dead. That sucks. I mean, I think I was probably going to lose this game no matter what, to be fair, but I think Misdirection is not very good in this matchup if I had to guess. I guess I can leave in 1, but realistically, the point of this matchup is you don't sideboard much. I'm siding in 1 trap for 1 Misdirection because it's a better card, but the rest I'm just going to not side in because those cards don't really do anything. And just hope to have a better draw. You can make a case for Petrified Fields to be sided out, but kind of like the field over the Misdirection. My opponent did have Tabernacle. In their last list, rather, is what I was about to say. This might be a quick one. Yes, I'd like to play first. My opponent has to reveal their companion, that's why it pauses. Opponent's going to 6. Right. Main phase activate. Squee's definitely going. The question is what else is going? Probably 2 Wastelands. Force was an okay draw, actually. Yeah, game one we kind of got out vintaged, which happens. That's like kind of what you sign up for in the format. Academy. Okay, probably want to waste that one next turn. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Sort of. I wonder if they'll crypt my Squee. I see. I'm just gonna have to draw a bunch of hollow ones then instead. Um, what this means is I'm not gonna put Vengevines in the yard until I want them. Right, that's pretty good. Probably gonna dump a Memnite now. Like, don't really foresee it doing anything now that they have 2 crypts. I literally have Force of Will in my hand. What do you mean I have no outs to Lyris? I don't know what you're talking about. There's literally a 4/4 in my hand and a Force of Will in my hand. Gonna waste the Academy. That's just too much mana, I think. Weird, they didn't play the Lyris this turn. Okay. Don't want to main phase activate? Probably not. Well, no. I'm gonna say go. Because I might want the Rootwalla to pitch to Force of Vigor. Because I want to hold it for potential Vengevines. I might clear out the Crypts, Matt, and use this to trigger Vengevines. I don't think a 1/1 appreciably speeds up the clock, especially when they could just play Lyris at any point, right? Jacob, I made that joke earlier. All right, hear me out. What if I just let this go and um I guess that's kind of maniacal. Let's see. So they have 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 if they discard their card cards in graveyard. Does this, well, actually, does this do anything? I could Force of Negation whatever they cast off the lead. Alright. I think this is probably fine. And if they do something like, I can always Force of Vigor with the Breach, with a spell in the stack, right? Oh, so they had Pyroblast. Is this even good? Like, do I care? Um, they time walk and then they're left with Breach in the Yard, two Crypts. What does this even do? Doesn't this like not really do very much? Well, I'm questioning if I even have to force this because look at their board next turn. It'll be 3 lands, 2 Crypts, Breach in the Yard, and they can't even cast Lyris. Shouldn't I just let this go? Oh, but they could crypt me. Oh no, they don't even have another blue floating, so they could play LED again, I guess, after crypting me. Alright, I'm gonna let that go. Yeah, this doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, they cycled their breach, but that's not like terribly scary, right? So one thing they could have done was crypt and replay LED. I'm not sure if they were supposed to or not, but I think I'm gonna kill the 2 crypts. Right. Because now I can discard my Squee safely. I thought they were going to do that as well. Then it was going to be complicated what I should actually do, but they didn't do that. Does that do anything? Bifrost, thank you for the follow. Alright. Then I'm going to cast the Rootwalla now. Four plus 5 is 14. So that's why you should play one of the 1/1s, I think. That's fine. I have so many bad cards to discard. I don't really understand that breach right there. Don't think it accomplished anything. It was some kind of bait. I think I'm going to side out Misdirection for a Petrified Field on the draw, but it's kind of whatever. What's up, Mike? We're in game 3 versus PO. PO with Breach and Luris. I put one Stonecoil in my Serpent over the 4th Memnite. What cards do I want to shuffle back into my deck before I powder? Probably Force of Will and HollowVine. Okay, guess this will have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna assume they don't have anything, like, that's fine. They also mulligan to 6. Alright, so they have 2 cards left, but they have an Academy, which is kind of terrifying. Come on, Vengevine. Vengevine off the top. Vengevine! Right. I think Force of Vigor is going to be better than Force of Will this game, probably. No, I haven't yet. This is my 3-card hand, by the way, and I'm still putting 5 power into play on turn 1, so all things were considered, we're doing okay. Just hope their follow-ups aren't too good, but obviously if their hand's reasonable, I'm probably going to lose. Let's draw 3 Squees. That would have been nice, but I think Vengevine would have been better there, to be fair. Fuck, come on. God damn it. Stream died? I was trying to reconnect. Is it back? Okay, it was some weird reconnecting thing. I'm 100% dead. My opponent had Tinker for Time Vault with Manifold Key out. Kind of frustrating to go this way, but this is what you sign up for, right? I mean, my 3-card hand was not going to beat this hand, essentially. Which is fine. Absolutely fine. Alright. I think I'm gonna join a vintage league and just play only this deck this stream. Unfortunately 0-1, but that's okay. I don't know, game 1 was kind of frustrating. I went through a lot of cards without finding threats. Like real threats. But I suppose that happens sometimes. Which one's the Mardu Mythos? And yeah, if you sub to the stream, you don't have to watch ads. Tragic Arrogance? Probably not, but... Kanoxide does have a terrifying collection of weird face emotes. I forgot the queue times kind of suck here, but we'll wait it out. I think there's still plenty of time before the next round. Yeah, still 25 minutes, and matches with this deck tend to be pretty quick. One or the other. Sometimes you lose to Tinker, Vault Key, Tabernacle. Yeah, I've done basically all of the Magic Sparkles as of right now, so I don't want to start another one. Crit What is a nice emote. Alright, we have a match in Vintage, so I'm going to play it. It's Justin, probably PO. Alright, my hand is basically the nuts, so I'm going to keep. If I need to Force of Will something, I might actually Once Upon a Time into a blue card. We'll see what happens. Yep, that's okay. Adorable. So you could take Rootwalla or Wasteland or Stonecoil. I don't think Stonecoil seems too appealing. I guess we'll take Rootwalla. But my deck cannot remove this once it's on the board. That is true. Jeez. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking buried. Lotus plus Lurus is pretty dirty, so I'm probably full-blown dead. Oh my god. Alright. My opponent has made an effective 6, 9, 10 mana. They'll have 14 mana before I've taken a turn, essentially. It says non-creature, right? Oh, I see. Well then. I think I can still win this game too. I'm gonna have 2 hollow ones and Mindbreak Trap / Force behind. Obviously, it's not ideal versus Mystic Rumor, but I think giving them a card is probably okay. Alright. You have 5 power, I have 11 power. It's probably going to let the Remora die if I had to guess. It doesn't look particularly appealing anymore. Oh, nope, it's appealing enough. Okay. Sure. Stu, I think that's a hard sell considering Loris plus Lotus is really, really good. Right. Alright, I'm gonna just dump all of these. Alright, so what's the correct attack? Probably just only attack for 8 and leave these back to have good blocks. I don't think the second Bazaar is necessary. I think I'd rather have 1 Bazaar, 2 counters. They can Snapcaster Probe, but that's fine. That's fine. That requires mana to use, so not worried about it. Okay. So they can probe me again for probably for life because I think the mana probably matters more, but Lurus plus Remora is nice. I question if I care about the Lotus anymore, actually. I think I might just care about keeping, like, Voltaic Key or Manifold Key off the board, right? I'm not sure, though. Like, obviously that's sort of an interesting point of discussion. Oh, am I dropping a bunch of frames? Does anyone know? Right. Misdirection. Okay. I think I'm gonna dump the misdirection actually. Again, I'll attack for 8. So they go to 13. They're probably gonna let the Remora die. Alright, I guess I will fight over the Lotus because probably the mana matters and it keeps the... I mean, they only have 4 cards. Oh, this setup indicates PO to me, like top and Time Vault. And Remora is good with Paradoxical as well. You can fight with the Remora can wait if upkeep trigger in the stack, you can cast PO targeting it and whatever else. And basically fight in that way if you want to. So I think we're probably playing against a Paradoxical outcome deck. Modern Horizons 2 with Basking Rootwalla. That would be cool. Basking Rootwalla might be enough to make Vengevine good and modern again, right? With like Burning Inquiry or something like that. Noose Constrictor. Noose Constrictor's like Wild Mongrel, right? Oh, Bazaar Trade Mage, Seasoned Pyromancer, HollowVine deck good. That makes sense. Opponent chose to draw. Alright. I guess I have to force this, because otherwise none of my spells do anything anymore. That's like a forced play right there. Pun intended. Yeah, I know. So it cannot cast Force of Vigor on my turn, so I'm going to cast it targeting these two during their upkeep, I think, to shut off Academy as a good draw. The second Squee is kind of nice, actually. I think what the second Squee does here is it really starts to allow me to generate a real advantage. Yeah, Squee is one of my favorite cards, and it's really good in this deck. I believe Squee is modern legal, it's just not very good, right? Is the real problem. Because the format doesn't have a great way to actually abuse it in a timely fashion. I think it's like an 8th or 9th. 10th. 10th, that makes sense. Okay. The big axe, yep. But I sort of prefer the Mask Swans. General Tangarth roared. General Nuisance, maybe. Hercules Recall? Boo. I'll get to recast them, though. Soon. Come on, Vengevines. Vengevines! That might be good, too, actually. Okay, well, this was insanely good for me. Wow, we came back from that one on turn 6. To be fair, Mystic Remora is not a particularly good card versus deck, I think. What was I doing? I think I'll shave. Well, maybe I'm not allowed to do that, actually. Oh, I can shave a Misdirection, though. I like Chalice versus the PO deck in general because even though like it might be a little bit late, still they have so many mana rocks that shutting the top deck mana rocks off is a big deal. So I'm just gonna leave Chalice in general. I guess Stu was correct that their draw did not play out as well it looked like it was going to. Yeah, I remember the Zombie Infestation deck. This hand is bad. And really, all of your hands that don't have Bazaar are bad, so... That's true. Double Hollow 1 was insanely good there. I know, the poor squeeze, but... sorry, I powder, but powder removes them from the deck, but obviously powdering is correct. Powder that too. Mulligan this. Alright, keep this. Ship Serum Powder. Right? Yeah. Okay. Mission successful. I found Bazaar in 28 cards. I once played a Vintage Champs where I mulled to 2. I mulled to 1 and didn't find Bazaar, but I kept because of the Dredger and I was on the draw. But I still lost the match. I lost that game because I didn't draw Bazaar. But it was a keep. I think it was like 4-1 at that point. It's fine. Kind of want to force this because it could get Tabernacle, which would be mildly annoying. Maybe I don't care about Tabernacle. Right, I'll let it go and see if he does get Lotus. Okay. Interesting. So you got probably Time Vault then. How crazy is it to discard Chalice instead of Once Upon a Time? Should I discard Chalice? Or Once Upon a Time? Or Strip Mine? I don't think I want to discard Memnite, personally. Alright. I guess I'll discard Memnite and try to Once Upon a Time into a Hollow one. There's a Squee. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just Chalice on 0 and hope it's somehow good enough. There's a lot of decisions in this deck. Ugh. Which is kind of funny because you look at the deck list, and most people would not. You wanted to discard Once Upon a Time? I sort of disagree with that because I think getting a fast enough threat might be more relevant. Yeah, but so my take on that is suppose my opponent tutored for Vault, right? Having 3 blue cards doesn't do anything. Correct? Because suppose they tutor for Vault and play it here. The trap doesn't matter, right? Because they can just go Vault, force my force. I don't see how having the Misdirection in my hand does anything, I suppose, is the answer. Alright, let's see what I draw. Okay, it's sort of cool. Ones can also find a blue card, although there's not that many blue hits. Now the question is, do I want to keep the Sphinx of Foresight as a blue card or not? Don't think so. I think I'm going to keep them off of mana and then play the Hall once they go. Then I can field back the mine in a turn or two. So forcing this is a forced play if I think their last card is Time Vault, because if I don't force this, then they'll just have an unending supply of Time Vaults. Then I'm going to discard the second Bazaar, actually. And hope I'm not dead. Oh, it's about to start. Shit. Oh my god. This match took too long. That would be fast. Apparently they didn't get Time Vault, which is good for me. The match has started. Alright. Shit. This is a little bit unpleasant. Didn't realize it would go so long. This is a keep. Okay. Justin conceded the match. I'm sorry it had to end that way, Justin. Hope if you see this. That's a very gracious concession, but I think I was going to win. It was just going to take a little bit. Oh, this hand's great. So, here's one interesting point. Do you play the Once Upon a Time before you activate Bazaar? And I think you do, because if you hit Vengevine, you want to discard it, right? So, I'm going to cast that first. Alright, speaking of Vengevine, here's a Vengevine. Alright, 9 power turn 1 with a waste behind. A potential. There's Squee to return for Bazaar. If I draw a blue card, I'll have Force of Negation back up, if that matters. Depends on what my deck, what opponent, or what deck my opponent's playing. Because if it's dredged, this could very easily not be good enough, right? Alright, looks like it's Shops, so this will probably be good enough. There's not that many Ancient Tomb decks in the format, I think. Okay, well, it's kind of a problem, depending on how fast they unload their hand. I guess I do have 4 Force of Vigor in my deck in the main, so... Bridge usually means stacks, so it's like a slow Shops deck. Right, well, that's good. Question is, what land do I play here? So, they're at 5. I kind of don't want to waste that tomb. I guess if they had a workshop, they would have played it on turn 1 instead of taking damage. So, right. I guess I'm supposed to waste, but I wanted to think it out through. Yeah. You might as well take the time to think when this match is not going to go to time. So they just drew it? I mean, I could still draw a Force of Vigor and they would die on... Well, actually, they're still dead on board, right? Because I just attack with all 3, they block a 4-power creature, take 5? Ah, god damn it. That makes sense. Right. That makes more sense. Force of Vigor doesn't kill their Golos, right? Well, sorry. It will if I draw a green card. Shit. Right. Just gonna say go. Interesting. If I find another Vengevine, I can beat them through Knackle with Vengevine attacks, so I kind of want to waste the shop, I think. Oh my god, fuck. Alright. God damn it. It's super annoying. So, my plan to win is to get 2 Vengevines in the graveyard and attack in one big swoop. I'm going to need a lot of stuff for that. So I don't think I even want to play the second Bazaar out. And really I want to see what they're going to do, like how they're going to progress their game plan. Is it crazy to force this? Don't think so, because if they get Inventor's Fair, things will get really, really hard. I need 1 Vine and 2 zeros, essentially, is what's going to happen now. So I'm going to wait to see how they play it out. They've been through 2 Goloses. I'll just untap and draw. Right. All right. Do I want to force their mana rocks? Kind of do, I think. Shit. Oh, I needed to kill the bridge as well. Ah, this ended poorly. Alright. Now I have to just sit here for a while. Although maybe they'll draw enough cards they can't cast. Because of the Ancient Tomb being there. I think this opens up outs actually as well. Because now Memnite could hypothetically kill them. That was really bad. I think I was not supposed to Force of Vigor that mana rock. You hate cooking? Interesting. There's still 3 Memnites left. Nope. Sorry, that doesn't work. Yeah, Stonecoil does work here. This is a hell of a game. I think I could have played it better, though. I do have discard rule to hand size, which is another reason I'm not playing things out, actually. Force of Will is kind of okay here. It's kind of nice. It's a weird game. Buried Ruin, huh? Not sure if I should cycle this or not. I might actually be supposed to. That's a problem. If I wasted them, I could have kept them off of it for one turn, but I basically spewed this game when I blew that Force of Vigor that I wasn't supposed to, which is kind of unfortunate. Definitely could have played it better. I don't want them to get Crucible, because that would probably end the game. Or no, the life gain is also not irrelevant, because then they can start tapping their ancient tombs and whatnot. There's a bunch of worm coils in the sideboard of this deck. Oh my god. It's kind of scary. Yeah, I'm only playing the Vintage Challenge today. Alright, I'm going to start playing my Bazaars out. Probably versus that. How many Force of Vigors have I been through? 2. So I have 2 left to draw. This is game. Yeah, but I could have avoided all of this just by not spewing my Force of Vigor, right? Probably kills me. Well, I also have to kill that because otherwise I would die in 2 attacks. Oh, right, I can't even pay... Alright, never mind. Whoops, I wasn't supposed to discard that then. Oh, shit. Yeah, I could have played this game a lot better, and I probably lost because of that. I mean, yeah, our opponent had Natty Bog, but I could have played around all of that, right? Can't attack, that's funny. Alright. I think I want all my Petrified Fields, and I want to cut Mindbreak Trap or Misdirection. Probably Misdirection first. I think that's how I'm going to sideboard. I'm going to use the restroom real quick if people want to chime in on sideboarding, but I believe that's correct. It's pretty obvious, I think. Oh, Misstep's also kind of not very good, so... Alright, be right back. No comments, huh? Alright. Guess I will submit this then. Misstep only hits mana rocks in this matchup, so don't think it's particularly good. I'm gonna powder and probably bottom Vengevine. Could have also made a case for holding on to that. Maybe I should have done that instead, but thought maybe finding a threat would be better. No. Well, this is what I have. This is what my hand does. Unfortunate. Now this looks kind of stupid. Maybe that was really bad. Damn it. Ugh. Right. Not gonna use it now because I don't even know what I want to use it on. Let's see if HollowVine can kill them before they do anything else. Alright, this time I don't really care. Like, that bog doesn't do very much. So if I draw another Basking Rootwalla, it will be lethal. Probably gonna force almost anything here. No Golos. Probably gonna need the second Bazaar at some point. I know, but what am I supposed to do about it? Fuck. Damn it. That also does it. Maybe not. I mean, actually it does really, right? I'm gonna put the Rootwalla into play and then hope for something to go right. I'm not sure what. How many Force of Vigors are gone? 3 Force of Vigors are gone, so it's a big problem. Okay. Whatever. I guess I'll take a draw, but okay. I think I don't think I played that well. I'm gonna play it out for a little bit and see what happens, but I think I could have played game 1 better for sure. But I don't know about that game. It felt like that game was sort of out of my control. So, Astaroth, how are you planning on casting Force of Vigor on your turn? That is my main question for you. Oh, cool. Another match. We'll see if it's against Justin again. Alright. I think this person... Well, I don't know what they play, but it's probably some combo-y deck, if I recall before. They have Aluris as well. His hand's not good. Sure. Sphinx of Foresight is an interesting one. I kind of wonder if there should just be 4 Sphinx of Foresight and one less Misdirection, actually. This is the card that's the least redundant in my hand, so I'm going to take it here. 603, thank you for the follow. Duress usually means combo. Vengevine or Squee? Probably Vengevine. Could make a case for Squee too, though. Alright, I'm gonna take Vengevine, but I don't know. It's sort of close. Alright, so they have the Bauble Luris engine in their deck as well. So maybe I have a Chalice on top of my deck, if that's what's going on. How critical is Misstep? It's a blue card? How critical is Force of Vigor? Not very, I think. Alright, I just have Disruption again. Probably am going to Force of Will Luris if they play it, because Phyrexian Arena is kind of a good card. But I don't know for sure. My guess is this is some sort of Storm deck that happens to have Luris Wobble in it now. Caracas. Maybe I should have taken that Squee, I don't know. Could discard all my Disruption, attack them for 4, then attack them for 5. Alright. I'm gonna try that route. I'm not sure. Obviously again. That's probably not good for me. Although a lot of the Storm engines nowadays require life, right? Like Citadel requires life, Bargain, Necro require life. So maybe this will be good enough. What do y'all think? Is this going to be good enough? Should I have just held on to my Disruption and not played any creatures out? Oh, no one plays Bargain, right? I mean, Citadel requires life, right? Is my point. Well, they're at 1 now. So they could get Yogwill. But then what? They might have tendrils in their hand, I guess. No, that doesn't work. That's only 16. Yogwill plus Luris is kind of funny because you can't get the card back because the Yogg-Will overrides the thing. So if they were relying on that, that doesn't work. If they Chain of Vapor, they survive, I guess. But otherwise, they go to 4 and then take 5 damage. Nope. I don't know. I guess they just couldn't beat this fast start. Do they even play Thoughtseize anymore in these Storm decks? Because if they don't, Misdirection's not even that appealing, right? I guess I'll check. My instinct is no. Alright. I think I'm only gonna have one Misdirection in my deck. Scry 3 twice. Don't mind if I do. Land's pretty good, obviously. I mean, still haven't lived Hollow 4 yet. But this might be a Hollow 2, not a Hollow 1. Oh, I guess I'm 0-2 in the challenge, but I'm gonna keep it up. Alright, thanks for everyone hanging out. If you enjoy the stream, feel free to support it by following or hitting that sub button. If you can't afford that right now, well, donations will be appreciated at any point. So, thanks for hanging out. Alright, sure. Alright, I think I'm looking for Vengevines and Forces and almost nothing else. See, I have to discard 3 cards. Discard Rootwalla. Discard Rootwalla and both Sphinxes. I think I also want to keep this trap actually, but so I think I just keep it all. "13 power, your go. Trap behind." guess we'll see if my opponent has Tabernacle in their deck. If they do, it would be pretty good here, unfortunately, but I'm not going to play around it. It's also not really free cost for you to put Tabernacle in your Storm deck, I think. It's pretty good. I'm just not going to activate the Bazaar now, obviously. I have a turn 3 kill. Grimtitter is turned off. What's up, Squeak Splitters? Ooh, the classic Jorb's Glare. Alright, we're 2-0 in the league, 0-2 in the prelim. Or, not prelim, the challenge, but, you know, that's okay. Do I have enough time for another match? Probably not. Alright. I guess I will look at Sporacles now and see if we have time to do one that looks good. Comeback time's all. Well, the problem is we're 0-2 in the challenge, so it's hard to come back. But you know, we'll play some matches in the challenge for a bit. If I lose the third one, I probably won't play anymore in the challenge, obviously, but top 32, and there were 94 people. Actually, I'll do some math. 94 people. 94 people is 7 rounds. Alright, so if I'm 0-3, I'm not probably going to get any prizes for playing it out, really. Because it only pays down to top 32. So there is that. Alright. Looking at some sporacles. Alright. Let's spend a little bit of time doing this one. The theme is, this is the theme. It's A to L. So Achroma, it's A to L currently. Fine Gersh, it's A to L. Jeez, that's a Planeswalker, I guess. Provex. Braids. Kamal. Gisela. Bruno. I'm gonna repeat this one last time. It's A to L. There's a second quiz that has the other letters. Joria. Yeah, we have Kamal, yeah. It's down here. Borborigamos. Hazard. Hazard. Kefnet. Bantu. Linvala. Yeah, what is it with Miri? But that's not A to L. Drana, Anafenza, Baron, Daxus, yeah, Daxus, Avison, good. Balthor, that's, yeah. Thank you for the Dwarf Legend chime in. Balfour is a chainer. Glissa sounds right. Glissa the Seeker and Glissa the Trader. Or Ty. Or Cheza. That's not A to L though. The M beyond is in the other one, I think. M to Z is the other part 2 one. Culligan. What are Dramoka then? Emrakul. Tarka. Zuri. Kozilek. Alright, there's still like an A from Theros and Theros Beyond Death. Ashling, good from Lorwyn. Chromium sounds right. Jaya. Annex. Legends Magic 2019. Ooh, Aurelia is a nice one. What's the A that's in Legends and Magic 2019? Pia and Kieran. Kieran. This is A to L though, so Pia is not going to be in this one. Atheros. Aetherios. Okay. Stronghold. There's an Invasion Dominator one. Arcades sounds right. Arcades. I thought it was spelled with 2 Ds, but whatever. Drolf. Alright, so now we have an Invasion Dominaria one. And oh, Karn, of course. No? I don't know how this person... I guess they did not include Planeswalkers. So there's a Theros Commander 2015 Theros Beyond Death one. I guess it's only creatures. Yeah, it's only creatures, I guess. Champions twice. Grevin? Oh, good one on Grevin. Weevil? No. Edric? No. Nicol Bolas? But we're doing A to L right now. Requiem. Ascension RTRs is Sphinx. Isperia. And Gerard. Good. A C. Krenko, probably right. This is a tough one. Daxos, not the black one. Not Daxos, the black one. Iona? There were multiple Ionas? I don't think there were. I got Krovax already. Cletus, yes, that's good. That's very good. Darigaz. Okay. Dragon's Maze, Guilds of Ravnica. Lavinia. And Carador. What is Carador? How is it spelled? A to L currently. Do not mention M to Z yet. We'll do that after whatever. Kalia. Nice one, Kalia. Legends Planar Chaos. Huh. What is that? Champions of Kamigawa twice. Saviors. The hell is that? Brothers Yamazaki? Jedit sounds right. Isn't Jedit one? Jedit, pretty sure Jedit is one. Well, M to Z is on the next one, so Miri is probably correct. Yeah. Jedit Ojinen. Oh, I see. We needed... Inami's right. Oh, Inami is one. No, Inami's life aspect, Inami's death aspect. Inami as one. Grenzo sounds right. Yeah. Alright. Dragon's Maze. Riss. No. Lazov. Ooh, nice one, Lazov. Oh, yeah, it starts with E, M, M. We got Annex. It's A to L currently, Devil Lion. Emirate? No. Amara. Heliod? Yeah, Heliod. Good. Good. There's a Theros/Theros Beyond Death one that's in the E range. Oh, Erebos. And there's a Commander 2014 Eldritch Moon one. Okay, good job. Yo, Mats, thanks for the raid. Let's play our round 3. My opponent has worse in their deck. Alright. I will mulligan. I will mulligan. I will mulligan. Alright. I will keep. I do too. Actually, do I want to bottom those? Do I want to bottom the Sphinx? Probably. kind of feel like keeping the Wasteland over the Stonecoil personally. Luris, so maybe they're shops? They could be anything else, really. I mean, Luris is so many different decks. It doesn't look like shops. So it's Bug. I'm probably going to waste that on Arrival. I don't love the Bug matchup. I think it's actually pretty bad. Yo, Kateri, thank you for the follow. So activating means if I draw a Rootwalla, I can put it into play, but that doesn't do much. Right, guess I'll let that go. Now we have to hope a 4/4 kills them before they do anything, but that's not insanely likely. It's pretty bad. I think that was not a good draw, actually, Sam. We do need Force of Death, right? Death Ride was in Modern was a delight. That's one way of that's one way of saying it. I'm not playing Modern today. I don't have a lot of interest in playing Modern right now, to be fair. It's also not good for me. Okay. If I attack, what happens? They can attack back and I lose that race. Possibly I should have main phase there. But the problem with activating this a lot versus death rates is they can get a lot of value out of cacking your stuff. That's bad too. Yeah, I also heard you have to play basics. Well, squeaks glitters. I've been actually cleaning up my room, just not that part. So don't, don't be starting anything unless you want to sub. Then, if you want to sub, I'll allow some amount of starting things. Hell. Okay, this is unusual for vintage. What's up, Ross? How you doing? I assure you they are not model cars. If I put the Vengevine in the yard, they just eat it with death, right? Yeah, you're doing about average then. That is exactly about average. I can attack them now. Problem is my deck has no burn, so it's not like they can go to like stabilize at 1 and very easily win the game with their bigger creatures or whatever. Pioneer has a lot of issues now, I think, and I think they mostly involve these cards that say, you know, you get to draw a creature for free in your opening hand. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Yes, you can band together in some sort of whatever. Devs, they could very easily just have Tarmogoyf in their deck, right? This is a weird time to brainstorm because they cracked their fetch, then cast brainstorm. So what you could have done was just cast the brainstorm, then crack your fetch, then activate Deathrite, right? But I guess if they want to set up their Delver, which I'm not convinced you even care about that much. I do not want to leave your Garuda alone. Yeah, exactly. I don't. Leaving that one alone would be weird. I'm gonna turn off the light and see if the brightness from outside is enough. Be right back. One sec. This appears to be enough light. What's the fusion deck? Do I want to know is the other question. Mishra's Bauble everywhere. That card basically doubled in price over the last few days, I think. is kind of funny as well. What's up? We're playing some vintage. I appear to be losing pretty bad. How many cards did I have in my opening hand this game? 4? Okay. Let's see. The Garuda lead thing. It's like, it's basically Belcher. Why did Snapcaster target Brainstorm instead of Ancestral Recall? Does anyone want to explain that? Oh, Misdirection. Sure. But they don't know I have Misdirection in my hand. Did they bobble the Misdirection? Didn't I draw Sphinx of Foresight? Oh, maybe I drew these over the past 2 turns. They knew about both from 2 bobble activations. I think I'm gonna lose to their stream of card advantage probably. Once they get enough creatures. Like, as long as they convert cards to creatures, I'll probably lose to the double Deathray Shaman. I do not believe Peak is a good card in Vintage. I do not believe Peak is a good card in any format, so that's why. I guess you might play Peak if you're down to Loot Tree as your commander, or your companion, not commander. Tristan, thank you for the follow. Well, you can only cast it once, Ross, so there is actually a difference. Well, Sleight of Hand at least gets around Narset. Technically. But, yeah, it's... I mean, I guess if you peek on your opponent's turn, it also gets around Narset, but... So my opponent's a bug deck that has Delver in it. This is not really a usual thing for Vintage, I think. I want to avoid discarding creatures if possible, but I mean, obviously they'll have plenty in their yard, but I wonder if I can just run them out. I also think I'm dead this game. Alright, chat, they have multiple peaks in their deck. Can you imagine that? Why do you think there are multiple peaks in their deck? Multiple peaks, multiple snapcasters. Interesting. Now that I've discarded my misdirection, they can do this. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Alright. Just have to hope for a better draw game too, I guess, but... This was my 4-card hand, but I do not like these bug matchups generally. What do you think they're getting with Tutor? Probably something broken. Peak? Do you think they got Delver Secrets with Tutor? I really do not understand their deck. Doesn't stop me from losing to it, obviously, but... This is a challenge match. We're about to be 0-3, I think. Well, this is game 1, but... I do believe I'm about to lose this game. Deviline, thank you for the follow. Would like to note, opponent has used about half of their clock. Clock is not free in Magic Online. So, I mean, I believe I'm going to die pretty quickly this game, but there's a small amount of value in making them play it out. Yeah, it does give us info on how many peaks they run. That is true. I forgot to factor that in. Doesn't look like they have much removal. Oh, it did something. It did. No removal, only card draw. Alright, they have Force of Will confirmed in their deck. Cool. Oh, I believe they have the first probe in their deck utterly milked. I would not put it... I would not believe that they don't have that card in their deck. I don't love Mindbreak Trap in these matchups. So I'm going to side in 3 Petrified Field and call it a day. Do not bully opponent. I didn't think I was bullying opponent. I just want to understand why their deck is constructed the way it is. Yo, Ross, I heard you bullied me before. So you're the kettle calling the pot black. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright. Yes, I would like to play first. My opponent has to reveal their companion before I can do anything, though. Right, yeah. Keep. I don't know. Shop. To be fair. Gonna Chalice to shut off Moxen and say go. So I have Waste Misstep, second Bazaar behind, which is pretty nice. Peak incoming? Probably. Probably Death Rate, and I'm gonna misstep it. It's called HollowVine. Yeah, Luris a bunch of the rounds, but only companion cards really. Youngest Station. Right, well that was a fast one. Right, on to game 3. And then we're gonna cut Chalice on the draw for a Mindbreak Trap. Not that Trap is that insane either, but I think Chalice, like, my opponent's deck has a lot of 1-mana spells, so, like, Moxen are not that even that insane in their deck, but especially on the draw, I think the Chalice is likely to do almost nothing. So I'd rather have a Trap on the chance it does something. Some people play Mecha Godzilla. I don't remember what it's actually called. Crystalline whatever? Crystalline Monster? This is a pretty good 5-card hand, obviously. All the other hands were pretty bad. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, why? Alright, looks like I'm O3 dropping. I don't think my opponent could actually beat double hollow one based on how their deck is built. Also, I don't want to expose this Bazaar. Yeah, I have Force of Vigor in my deck still, but it's getting worse and worse for me, obviously. I do not believe I'm going to discard Squee versus double Deathrite Shaman utterly milked. Seems like probably not such a good idea. Where's Lotus is pretty filthy, yeah. Let's see if they have a Leyline of the Void. Alright, now I'm okay with them wasting it, but... Subcliff. I'm about to be O3 in the challenge, unfortunately, but sometimes that how it be. I do believe the deck is good, though, Jacob, right? Like, I don't know. I could have played better in my first match, for sure, but also, I don't know. Like, I'm losing to literal Delver in Vintage, so I don't know what's going on anymore, really. I also don't have that kind of patience. No, game one I lost to Delver. I actually lost to a board stall because I only had 4 cards in my hand and then died. GGX, I think that's reductive reasoning. I mean, if you're gonna make a statement like that, you need to explain why you believe that, right? Well, I'll finish out my league matches at least, but I'm probably done with the challenge now, unfortunately. One peak has been played, and then it was eaten by Deathrite Shaman. It's okay. Sometimes you win some, and sometimes you don't win any. Shop. Alright. I'm done with this game. My opponent also played really glacially slowly, which kind of drives me nuts, but is what it is, I suppose. Like, they were behind by 11 minutes. I'm going to go back to the league where we're 2-0. And I'll play 3 matches here and then probably call it a stream. But, you know, that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be. That person always plays slow. Yeah, it drives me nuts. I really wish... I mean, like... I don't know. I wish they would play faster, I guess, is all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't believe in those stereotypes, though. I think that's just, like, kind of not a right way to put it, right? Justin again, huh? Probably the same matchup. But my hand's pretty good, obviously. I mean, I literally put, let's see, 1, 2, 10, 14. I put 14 power into play on turn 1. Oh, not 14. Because I can't actually discard both Rootwallas at the same time. But I can do this. Because I would rather discard both Vengevines, obviously. Right. Put them to 12 and then attack for 13 on turn 2. And I have Force of Negation backup. So I think this is likely good enough. Barring some really absurd... Alright, yep. Love to see it. I do love to see it. But shout out for everyone being here, even if we scrubbed the vintage challenge. Maybe we can make it back in vintage leagues. And also, if you have a spare Twitch Prime sub and you want to use it here, I would greatly appreciate it. And that's all. Can you win this turn through and negate? The answer appeared to be no. Really appeared to be no. Jeskai Fire staple, Sphinx of Foresight. Keeping at 7 is just not a good idea. You should run the numbers on the expected number of bazaars. Sure. It's fine. What's in Meyer is interesting. Whoa, I see. This might not be PO anymore. This might be like something else. I see. Okay. I did side in Mindbreak Trap, but I didn't have it right here. I don't think it's DPS. I think it's like some sort of mid-range deck. Is Force of Will good here? Painter Breach a bunch before? Okay. The question is, how do I want to approach this? Yeah, I know. Now, because of the welder, if you discard a Serum Powder, you can weld out Hollow One for Serum Powder. Now, the question is, how do I play this hand, though? They could be pretty easy if they didn't have the Spell Bomb. But maybe I just don't care and force them to pop the Spell Bomb. And just discard the 3 obvious ones. I think that's the plan. Squee, Vine, Force. Actually, I think I'm going to discard Wasteland and discard the Sphinx. I'm just not going to cast them once upon a time. I'm just going to cast Force of Vigor on their upkeep. And see what they do. Why let them untap? What do you mean? What do you think Force of Vigor does? Sucks. Actually, I'm going to main phase activate to see if I can get another Hollow One to play. Damn it. The problem is if you discard these, they can weld them out. So I don't want to discard them, unfortunately. I guess I can Chalice on 0, though. I know. I know. I was really hoping to hit another hollow one there, but it didn't. Not anymore. Because I chose to Chalice on 0, both are not very good. However, if I draw a mana producing land, I'm really tempted to just play this 1/1 Stonecoil. Protection from Lurrus too, yep. I'm not going to activate the Bazaar this turn because I don't think it accomplishes very much now. Alright, fine. Now I have to do it. Alright. Spellbomb's not great for me still, unfortunately. Like, they can float a black and just spellbomb me to get full value. But if they ever deal with this hollow one, I'm actually donezo. Alright, so they're like mono red Lurrus. Painter Breach, I guess. Yep, there's the grindstone. Alright, will 1/4/4 beat them? Probably not. No. The answer appears to be no. Choose blue. Smart play. If you wait until my upkeep, this plays around Force of Vigor. All right, I want to see what they're going to discard to their LED. Okay. So it got killed on their turn 5 essentially because they had a reasonable amount of disruption, but I feel confident about this match. Sort of tempted to Leyline them actually, like especially over something like Misdirection. Yes, I did see that. I was in the booth for that match, Sam. All right. I'm going to play 3 Leylines, not the 4th, but actually you could make a case for cutting a trap for a Leyline actually, but it's too late. see. So that explains the welder thing as well, because you can weld astrolabes in and out. Damn, I would have hit, but that's okay. Maybe I should have just main phased that time. I don't know. Guess I fucked it up. I don't want to discard the Memnite again. There is a Serum Powder in my yard, unfortunately, so... That's okay. That's fair. It's a really fast clock, though. Engineer not so good here. You just thin your deck of a card you don't want, is what Engineer actually does. Engineer's a 1-2, so attacking with your 1-1 is probably not a good idea. Oh, did I discard a second Serum Powder? Oh, god damn it. I do have 2 Vengevines in my graveyard, though, so it's fine. Come on, don't have it. Alright, they don't have it. Yes. Alright, looking for more zeros. How many are exiled? I think I'm just gonna sit because I have relevant pieces of interaction at least. Yeah. I'm sandbagging for Painter because if I force a Painter, it's not that easy for them to cheese me out. I might get milled out. That seems very unlikely. The colors of my deck don't really share, so... Plus I can Force of Vigor their Grindstone upkeep. Bop indeed. Bop, bop, bop. Indeed. Yeah, I think I have the game won, probably. I just have to find 0 drops to trigger the Vengevines to force bad blocks. Oh, I should have activated this first, whatever. Alright, how many zeros do I have left? Still a bunch. Yeah, I do. I didn't side any of them out because you're not allowed to with this deck. You basically can't side out 0 drops very often, I think. Alright, we found all of the Squees. What the hell are the zeros? Basically, I just want to get to the zeros and not activate Bazaar anymore. I know, 13 library, so I'm going to be mindful of decking. Alright, there's a 0. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. Cast. Okay. Alright. I mean, my opponent was basically prisoned out by the Leyline, so my hedge to Leyline was good enough. So we're 3 on the league, 2 more matches to play. So 3-3 on the day so far. We're 50% matches played. Let's see if we can make it slightly better. I do like this deck, but I'll probably, if I play again next week, I'll probably find something else. Oh, was there a Sparkle floating? Alright, we'll do a Sparkle. I'll play the last match, and then, alright. We'll play this Sparkle, the M through Z. Legends with more than 1 creature card dedicated to them. M to Z. Then I'll play the last 2 matches and probably call it. Alright, M to Z. M to Z. Wart. Miri. Thalia. Zada. Was it Zada? I don't think Zada was actually one. Zergo. Niv Mizzet. Good one. Ojitai. Colligan. No, that was in the last. Nicol Bolas this time, yeah. Riss. Nope. Somgar. Yep. I tried Riss already. All the dragons. Well, what are the other ones? I mean, I don't remember the names. Back Victus. Asmadi. I spelled it right first try. Wow. That's kind of insane, actually. Conspiracy, take the crown. Innistrad, Dark Ascension. It's the Innistrad Dark Ascension one. Marchesa? Well, M to Z, shop, shop, shop. M to Z. Ulamog. Look here. What am I looking at? Tamaret. Tamaret. Pia Noir. Let's see if that counts. Pia does count. Nice one. Omnath. Good one. No, the category was listed. It's all legends M to Z that have 2 creatures dedicated. Rakdos. 2 or more, I should say. Rorix. No, I already got Zergo. Rorix is not right, though. There's a bunch of different Blade Wings, though. Like Rorix Blade Wing, Terex Blade Wing. Blade Wing the Risen. But that was not, obviously not in this one. Urza. Oh, nice Urza. What was the other Urza? Oh, Invasion. Are we counting blinds here? Narset. Narset should be one though, right? Because there was no, I guess it turned into a planeswalker, that's why. Umazawa? Nope. I think the Umazawas were Toshiro and Toshiro Umazawa and a different Umazawa. Perforos. There's another Theros Beyond Death one that starts with the Pulchronos. Thassa, Nyolia, good shouts. There's still one from Innistrad and Dark Ascension. Mangara? I didn't think there were multiple Mangaras. We need a new Ismaru. Legend Doggo. Tristani? Ravnica City of Guilds, War of the Spark. Venser? Nope. Neheb sounds right. Machaos also sounds right. Good one, Machaos. Machaos, the Lunarch and Machaos Unhallowed, I believe are what they are called. Urza's Legacy Dominaria. Teferi. There's only one creature Teferi, I guess. Otani sounds right. Zendikar M15. The hell is that? Nissa's a planeswalker. And also, this is alphabetical, so there's not even room for Nissa anymore. No, it was Vecvetus Asmati. Unless if you're talking about a different Legends 2019 one. It's alphabetical, so think about it that way, right? Like, where would it fit? This one has to be between O and P, I think. Hannah? Sisay? It was Sisay. Obnixos is a planeswalker cliff, right? Because, oh no, wait, there were also 2 Obnixos creatures, never mind. Squee. Oh, Squee's in our deck too. Nice one. Yeah, the 2/1 Squee and the 3 mana 1/1 Squee that, you know, you only play that one to abuse for card advantage. Are there? Olivia. Olivia. Mobilize for War and Olivia Voldaren. I don't think Venser is one, right? Because there's Venser, Shaper, Savant, and Venser the Sojourner. Well, we're on M to Z. Remember, M to Z. Gix wasn't even one in the previous one, actually, either. I've already tried Risk multiple times, and it wasn't one. Sphinx? That's not legendary, right? These are legends that have multiple creature cards that are M to Z. I mean, I typed in Risk multiple times. Risk the Redeemed? Shrug? Ross, M to Z, come on, man. Tosamir, that's actually a good answer. We got Niv-Mizzet. I don't know. I mean, shout some gods out and I'll tell you if I have them or not. Well, up is all complete, so I'm not going to scroll up. Ronus. And there's not much down there. So we have... Oh, Surrak is a nice one. Good job. Oketra. Good job. 2 UG. Is Rolesk a reprint? I don't think it is, right? I think there's only one Rolesk. Because the other one's like Experiment Craj and stuff like that. Alright, M13 Shadows. Odric? Nice. Sig also sounds right. Nice. Right. So now it is Omnath Beyond are the only answers that are possible. So it has to start with... Has to be like past OM at least. Legends Magic 2019. Planar and Chaos Dominaria. Conspiracy, take the crown. Trust. Nah, that would not make much sense. Who's the baddie that runs? Well, it's M to Z right now, right? So Grevin was one though. Tajik? Oh, nice one on Tajik. I've forgotten that one. Tangarth sounds right as well. Are there multiple Yawgmoth creatures? Like legends? I thought there was only one, Ross. Obsidat? There's only one Obsidat, right? Bullwrath? Palladius Moors? Palladia Moors? Good job on Palladius Moors. So now it's Perforos and Beyond. Planar Chaos Dominaria. Is it Ghana? Ooh, that sounds right. So we have Planar Chaos Dominaria, Conspiracy, take the crown, Khans Dragons, AVR Shadows, Commander 2017 twice, Guild Pack Dragon's Maze. Rhea? Nope. Oh, also Rhea is alphabetized out because it goes from RA to RH, so... Tesa sounds right. Good job. The Taysen Guild Pact was a lot better than the Taysen Dragon's Maze, I think. But that's unrelated. Oh, these last few ones are hard. Commander 2017 twice. The Khan's Dragon one, yeah. It has to be. Sigarda sounds right. I got Zergo already. Cliffy, I don't think any of those got reprinted. Tygam? Nice on Tygam. I don't even know what Tygam does. We're on M to Z. Shall I? I didn't think Shall I had a reprint, but... Sidisi. Maybe. Okay, it was Sidisi, yeah. There's Planar Chaos Dominaria and Emonket, or and Conspiracy Take the Ground. The Uncle Isvan looking thing. Sholdred? No, Sholdred's from like Scars block, right? And neither of these are Scars. We need Planar Chaos Dominaria between P and R. And we also need Conspiracy Take the Crown between R and S. Rorikthar? No, I don't think that's right, but I typed it in. You know the conspiracy card, but not the name? Selvala? That sounds right. Yeah. That is right. Planar Chaos Dominaria. 5 minutes left to get it. But it's like either you know it. Rada sounds right. Alright. Good job, Cliff. Yep. Alright. We're going to finish the last two matches. And I would like to shill for the stream again. If you have a sub and you want to use it here, it would be greatly appreciated. Twitch Prime subs are free to use. I will remind you of that. Yeah, unfortunately we went 0-3 in the challenge, but we're 3-0 in this week, and you know, sometimes that's how it be, right? Wow. It's X Frosty, thank you. Let me know if I should open a chest for you. It's really windy outside, but it's nice and sunny outside. Unfortunately, I don't like running in the wind. Your prime is expired. Well, yeah, makes sense. You got to give up some things. All right, I'll open the chest then. Let's go to it. Ross, important question. Are you pro busting chest or not? Mortivore and 10 play points. That's not my favorite Vor. My favorite Vor is actually Terravore. You're pro busting chests. That makes sense. My guess is you're actually a degenerate gambler in disguise. Or maybe it's not even in disguise. It claims I own 8 of these because I'm in 2 events at once, right? Wait, didn't I drop from the other one? Thought I dropped from this, right? I don't remember though. But you like opening chests. So I don't know. What does that mean? Oops, no, I don't want to close that. Alright. Queue time might take a little bit. There are some cards I wanted to move back over there. Cerulean Sphinx, get in there. This one get in there. Oh. So, but why do you like opening chests then, Ross? I'm curious. Cliffy81, do you like opening chests? To feast on their sweet, sweet innards? I see. Still waiting. Damn, thought I had a match. Where's the match? Come on. Oh, Duckamoy. I see. Alright, someone who's not Justin now. Cool. So match 4 of the league. We're 3-0. I mean, we 0-3 the challenge, so it bounced out. I need to work my win allocation next time, I think. This is such a funny deck. Just basically most of your hands are not keeps. Sphinx is nice here. I also have Force backup in case if something weird happens. I kind of like it, but I probably won't play it again after this. I mean, I think I've had my fill of this deck, to be quite fair. You know, that's okay. I gave it a try. I played it for a bunch of matches, so... Has more disruption, less air, is what I was told, essentially. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I should have cast this. God damn it. It's really bad, actually, but... Yep. This sort of works out, though. Really did forget to play that once upon a time. That was like kind of egregious. I don't think I'm going to put the Rootwalla into play. I think I'm going to wait until next turn. Because I'll have a lot of looks at another 0. I don't think playing a 1-1 for 0 will do much. Vamp Tutor, huh? This trap might be good. Okay. Looks like my opponent is DPS. Okay, Dark Petition Storm. I think I'm just going to waste them and discard the other Bazaars because I don't think that does very much. I think I just want to constrain their resources while I find another 0 for my Vengevine. Alright, good. Cast 2 counterspells, Wastelanded my opponent, and put a 4-3 into play on turn 3 to put them to 13. Mystical Tutor. Okay. It's fine. I think that's like... I mean, it's unsummoned, sure, but pretty sure I can rebuild pretty quickly from that. Wow, that's the nuts. Alright, serious question. Should I Leyline in my deck versus Yawgmoth's Will? Because I think if I have a fast clock and Leyline, it's not that easy for them to build up enough in an engine, right? Turns out if I had activated Bazaar pre-combat, I might have been able to kill them, but that's okay. Actually, I might not have had enough cards in my hand for that. I wouldn't have had the Memnite. Alright. So we won game 1 versus DPS on turn 6 because I had interaction for Necro and Ancestral. This is good. So the question is, should I have Leyline in my deck? think the answer is actually no. I'm not going to, but I think it's close. I also think Misdirection is actually not very good either. Although you can misdirect an Ancestral, so. But I'll leave Ancestral and cut the Stonecoil, I think. Could make a case for cutting a Force of Vigor too, but kind of like it. Yeah, just gonna leave it as is. Just try to get a fast clock and have enough interaction. That's really the point of this deck. This is like actually a Delvery deck in disguise. Alright. I guess I keep, but it's not the most insane, obviously. Okay. It's a pretty good turn one for them. Fetch, Mox, Preordain. Time Walk. They bottom topped. Oh shit. I am gonna kill both of their Moxen. It gives up a Vengevine, but I think that's okay. Denying them 2 mana I think is too important when they're about to time walk. I can waste their C next turn. I'm not going to do it this turn because I think getting the clock is more important. It's fine. It's fine. It's not really fine. Not going to activate the Bazaar now. I am going to go after their blue black source because if you look at their mana situation, it's really bad. All right, we're 4-0. I'm actually going to take a quick commercial break, get another drink, use the restroom, and play for the 5-0 match. I'll be right back. And if you enjoy the stream and you have a Twitch Prime sub, hit that sub button. All right, I'm back for match 5 of the league. We're 4-0, and hopefully it queues pretty quickly. How's everyone doing on this Saturday? Yep, it is Saturday. That's why there's a challenge. That's how you can remember, right, Zach Faden? That's also how I knew Dokomoy. To be fair. Yeah. If you work from home, every day does feel the same, right? Especially if you don't like go outside and hang out with friends or whatever, right? Man, I forgot how long these matches take to fire. The answer is a long time. I think I streamed last Monday. No? Oh, it wasn't Monday. I got tired, that's why. But Wednesday? Did I stream last Wednesday? I don't remember anymore, Zach. I think I streamed last Wednesday. No, I did stream last Thursday. I played the Loris Grixis Delver deck, and I think it's really, really, really good. Alright. Match 5. Alright. This is a keep. When I don't mull, it's actually more disguising than when I mull. If I mull a bunch, my opponent knows I'd probably have a Bazaar deck. You know? Opponent's going to 5 probably means they're on Bazaars as well. Oh boy, might be one of those days. I do have a Wasteland for their Bazaar and a second Bazaar, so we'll see what happens. Does anyone know how to sideboard versus Dredge? Because I don't really know. I don't want to discard the Rootwalla yet. Just make sure to not bring in Leyline. I think I'm going to... Ooh, just a basic island, huh? Guess it's not Dredge then. Alright, kind of a beat, but... I basically have to hope to top deck a 0 now. Alright, so Vengevine actually does trigger on their turn. Weirdly enough. Right, just give me a 0 drop, please. They put Repeal into their hand. Okay. Interesting time to do it. You did an end of combat step. Alright, so they're paradoxical outcome. Alright, very good. I will activate just to play 2 0-drops now. Oops. Yeah, I want to keep the trap in the Force of Vigor, I think. I don't think I need a second Bazaar. Hope I draw another green card soon as well for the Force of Vigor, because I think killing the Mox might be game-winning. I do think Wasteland's better than the second Bazaar, because it's not like... In Dredge, the second Bazaar actually kills your opponent, but in this deck, I think it doesn't do as much as it does in Dredge. Obviously, like, sometimes having second Bazaar is nice, because it gives you resiliency versus Wasteland or whatever, but I don't think that's what's going to happen here. Set opponent. Note, if I had sacrificed 4 damage, they would be dead this turn, but you can't pump Rootwalla in this deck now. So I think sacrificing 4 damage was worth a Narset activation, but it is close, because one thing that could be the case... So they have to get an Ancestral Recall, I guess, because they don't have enough stuff. Nope. Can't do that yet. Fortunately, that's like kind of a tell, but that's okay. Okay. Alright, so I actually don't think I'm going to just Force of Vigor the Mox by itself, because if they deploy a bunch of stuff and then play PO, and I can reduce the PO by 2 and then like maybe set up a situation where Trap is good, that might be good enough to win. Oh. Damn. It's not bed here, actually. This was a punishment for not killing the Mox. Alright. Okay, I have okay, I mean, I drew a Force of Will, but they could draw their own. Force of Vigor in response to Twister, it gives them Storm. Plus it removes one Force of Vigor from the deck. So I don't think it's worth it. And set out 1 Misdirection for 1 Mindbreak Trap on the draw. Chalice, I think, generally is good enough for his PO that you don't want to cut it. This is not actually bed hair. I've been awake since like 8 a.m. And I took a shower and I went for a small walk. It's cold outside though in Maryland. It's like pretty cold. So Alright. Round 5, we're up game 1, and we're playing for the 5-0. I did 0-3 the challenge, unfortunately. I think this is going to be my last match for the day. A man can only play so many matches of HollowVine. Opponent's like timing. Oh, I didn't hit submit. That's what happened. I thought they were timing out. I forgot to click submit. I think I would prefer to be 5-0 in a challenge than in a league, but take what you can get, right? Eslid, Sorakaski. Yeah, I'm in for all of this. Your name's impossible to pronounce. All right. Well, that forces them to crypt at least. Madness on the stack, cast once upon a time. I was thinking about keeping the once upon a time for Force of Vigor, but I didn't think it was worth it. But I might regret that. In any case, I think I'm actually going to take. Sphinx of Foresight? This is not exciting. Memnite's not exciting either, really, though. I guess I'll take Sphinx to have a blue card for future scenarios. But possible that I should have just not cast them once upon a time. What's happening here? Repeal Tormod's Crypt. What if I misdirection the repeal to Tormod's Crypt? It doesn't really do that much, right? It just denies them one draw. Right. Guess I won't do that. Honestly, Graveyard Hate is not that insane versus deck. It only shuts off the Vengevine component, which is obviously a big deal, but I guess it shuts off Squee. But that's not like it's not insurmountable. Like a Tormod's Crypt is not insurmountable, which is another advantage this deck has over Dredge, I think. Like you can beat Cage and Containment Priest pretty easily with this deck. Or even like Leyline as well. Yeah, like I don't even care. I mean, obviously it's going to do something, but it's not that big of a deal. Also, Hollow 1 is very, very good versus Graveyard Hate, so that's the other point. Come on, Ancestral. Don't be Tinker. Just be Ancestral target. They were tapping mana for something. I don't know what, though. I should have actually activated first. Maybe I messed that up. Maybe I should just discard off the blue cards. They are kind of shit. Yeah, I think I should just discard all of the blue cards, attack them for 2, go to their turn, and Force of Vigor both of their permanents. Why not pitch Squee? Because I want my Squeeze in the graveyard for this Bazaar activation. No, I think they're asking about why I didn't pitch Squee to Bazaar, but I think the answer is if I'm... Well, also, you can't pitch Squee to Force of Vigor. That's the actual answer. But alright, I think I'm going to grind my opponent out with these Squeeze now. Ooh, baby. Yes, please. This is pod racing. Do I want to play my land? Probably not. I think I just want to hold more stuff to discard to Bazaar to look like now I want to kill my opponent quickly. Yeah, this is in fact pod racing. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna look for a blue card. No such luck. I think I'm going to ditch these 3. And if they want to crypt me, that's fine. I can deal with it. I think they probably should, yep. But now if I hit a Vengevine, I can speed up the clock. Guess that works too. Alright, I'm discarding the boot card. I'm wasting my opponent and then playing both hollow ones. Unfortunately, only showing 11 damage. I'm 4-0 in this week. MTG bot's broken. I went 0-3 in the challenge, but that's okay. No reason to just activate it, I think. Yeah, I was playing this exact same deck. Yep, sometimes that happens. Alright, let's hope they don't have anything. Yeah, I mean, I do get my challenge entry back. Alright, we did get the 5-0 at least, so I don't feel too bad. I mean, you know, sometimes you lose in the things. Alright, who wants to open some celebratory chess? How many chests should I open? 5? Should I open 5 chests? Alright. We'll go with 5. All of them? I've already done that before. Ooh, Mystic Forge. Oh, and do I get a companion? Kuplov, to answer your question, I think Zerd is pretty strong with monoliths, obviously, but the problem is you have to put a lot of mana into your deck. This card's bad. This card's also bad. Oh, this card was actually really good and limited, but these are just kind of not very good in other stuff. Ooh. Well, that's probably not worth anything anymore, but used to be. Used to be a contender. Yep, that sounds about right for that set. It's an eerie monsters avatar. I like how it still has the plus cards, plus heart, no ability text. Vanguards used to do something on Magic Online. Alright, these are pretty shit chests, but that happens. Like, for example, this avatar does something. 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 Or this one doesn't. Oh. I guess I lost the Momorvic. 1. Where's Necrotal avatar? It was Hell's Caretaker, not Necrotal. Anyways, I'm going to raid. Let's see who's playing Vintage, who's doing well. Vintage. Alright, I'm going to send you all to Matt Murray, if you're not watching him already. Yeah, plus cards minus life was generally pretty good. Anyways, I'll be back some other day. I'm not sure when, but keep an eye out on Twitter or on Twitch, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out.